Hi, this is Peter Sage, and I just want to say a quick hi. I'm back to a lot of my social media fans out there, people that I'm gracious enough to have follow some of my messages around the world. One of the reasons I've been offline for the last couple of weeks is that I've been traveling extensively, as I usually do, all over the Southern Hemisphere. I've spent a fair bit of time in Africa and South Africa, and I'm currently here in Singapore, would you believe? And I'm teaming up one of my great friends here, Gabriel Jude, and we are just going to be recording some stuff. So what I want to do, I've got so much I want to share that's come through over the last couple of weeks that I've been meaning to contribute back to, that we're probably going to shoot quite a few little pieces here, and I'm going to drip feed them in over the next sort of few days and weeks, just so that I don't overload everybody with the exuberance of some of the stuff I want to share. So on that note, again, thank you for bearing with me and giving me a couple of weeks off from getting back to you. But really just wanted to go through a few things, and my message this week centers around one of the favorite words that I have, which is actually a South African word. And as I said, I've just spent a fair bit of time, a couple of weeks in South Africa, and one of the words that South Africa uses that comes out of their culture, bearing in mind this is a country that has a political history unlike most countries on earth. They have had their share of challenges, their share of understanding, integration. And what it took was a leader that really came from a personification of tolerance to combine all the different aspects, models of the world, friction-based realities that people had, methods of wanting to be understood, or even come back and have retribution on what they felt that they were being suppressed in the past, and vice versa, and really come to a place where they became a model for the world in terms of political leadership and an expression of how to get on with regardless of race or culture. I mean, here in Singapore is another great example of that. But South Africa, more than anything, with its history of violence over so many years, really offers a demonstration of being able to how to beautifully integrate what is now known globally as the Rainbow Nation. But one word that really comes out, so one of my favorite words, is the word Ubuntu. And Ubuntu in South African really means I am more because of you. I am more because of you. It's a beautiful word. And I just want to focus on that for a second, because so many of us are engaged in the day-to-day reality of what can we get, not what can we give. You know, we wake up in the morning, we look at our to-do list, we look at our schedule, or we go to a job that, we didn't really vote on as the most, encouraging or inspiring job that we took. It was usually based on the need or the feeling of certainty, rather than the feeling of fulfillment. And that has a time limit, which is why you see people leaving jobs for lower wages but more fulfillment. So from my perspective, Ubuntu really encapsulates a mindset or a way of being that recognizes the value of being able to contribute and become more, not by thinking what I can get, but by osmosis because I'm contributing. Why is that important? And how does that apply practically into our lives? Well, if you look at nature, nature operates on two rules. I've said this before, the law of growth and contribution. Everything in nature grows and contributes, or it's taken out of the food chain. I mean, the sun gives heat, light, and life. Clouds give rain. Grass gives pasture, gives nutrition. Trees give oxygen. Birds give song. We as human beings have this, although a gift of creative imagination, which is a godlike quality. The trade-off for that is that a lot of the times we use that imagination in a way that self-serves from an egotistical basis based on scarcity and fear that we're not enough. And as a result of that, we look at, say, okay, what can we get rather than what can we give? Now, another question that comes up is, okay, does that mean that I just then go and keep giving and I'll get what I want? No, unfortunately, it's not that simple. You see, if you give from an authentic place of contribution, because it's more of what you have. In other words, there's a difference between giving as a horse trade. I will give you love because therefore I get what I want. I will give you praise because I get significance and feedback. I will give you 40 hours a week because I get wages. Whatever it is, most people contribute as a horse trade. And the challenge with that is, again, that it doesn't come from the place where nature aligns. So if you want to focus on being able to contribute, it has to come from a place of what I would call overflow. I give love not because I want love, but because I have so much of it for myself that it naturally overflows, and therefore it's easy to give. The reality is that I will tend to get far more love back, far more authentic love, rather than a horse trade love or conditional love, because it's coming from the right place. In other words, I don't have a vacuum. I don't have a gap that I need you to fulfill, or I need something to fulfill by going to get it and figuring out what can I give in advance in order to get what it is I want. That's what I call a level 2 relationship. I meet your needs, you meet my needs. That's a horse trade. And our needs change over time, and most of us don't even know or can articulate accurately what our actual needs are. Most of our needs are filtered through a subset of emotional reactions and instant gratification impulses. So, just come back to that word for a second, Ubuntu. I am more because of you. In other words, I'm focused on, the expressing gratitude for who you are because you light me up. Not because I need you, not because I want you, not because I have a hidden agenda, but just because I'm holding a space for who you are. I'm holding a space for humanity. I'm honoring you as a person with absolutely no attachment, no agenda, other than to appreciate you. And as a result, I tend to grow more in myself. And that's really a word I want you to contemplate this week. How many times can you become the embodiment of Ubuntu with the people around you? Versus coming to, okay, how can I figure out what I can get out of this meeting? You want a tip on how to get the best out of the relationships that you're with, whether it's employers, suppliers, friends, relatives, spouse. Concentrate on how you can light them up. If your boss is having a grumpy day, be gentle. Don't kick back. Because that's a pendulum that just builds momentum and is going to knock one or both of you out. Visualize your boss getting what you think he needs. Relaxation. Better news from his wife than he got that morning, which has caused him to be upset. An easier time from his boss. Whatever it is, just send him that unconsciously, and you'll be amazed at what shows up. Don't start blaming everybody else for the emotional reactions that you get to choose, in all fairness. So, Ubuntu, how can you become more because of the people around you as an expression of gratitude to them for being in your life? And on that note, what I want to say to you is thank you for giving me the experience of Ubuntu, because without this medium of being able to express some of the lessons I'm grateful enough to have channeled or learned or picked up from some of the people I'm humbled enough to spend time with, then I certainly wouldn't be more or as much as I feel I am at this point, as a way to be able to express to you, and hopefully have you express to others and continue that ripple of contribution. So, Ubuntu, thank you.